Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahliali in this incarnation, and tomorrow, December 7th, Venus enters Aquarius. At the time that enters in this sign, it creates conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius. So, the expression in its more luminous aspect of this Venus is of authenticity, wanting to connect with people with whom we can share our essence in a free way, who we are at this present moment. It is an energy of love and acceptance for what it makes us different, instead of rejecting that because it doesn't fit in what others are. And I was observing the other day how many artists along the history, they received criticism for not belonging to parameters of the time. And it always ends up in, that thing that others rejected was the personal blueprint, the creative thing that they came here to express. It is the different contribution that the world needed, in fact, and that the world ends up valuing too. But well, because of the ways our society was constructed until this moment, and I think that we are in a phase of profound change where we are questioning a lot of things and of great opportunity of recreating our experiences. But this requires a process, and this is a path. First of letting go of what we are not to discover what we are. I think that is the process of understanding our authenticity and our essence. So Venus is associated to resources. I was telling this the other day. It wants to generate them from these spaces or projects that are actually aligned with that essence that I was talking. And that is what generates the sensation of freedom. Being able to do what we are enjoying while we are offering something that is valuable for others. And in occasions, we have to break with conceptions that we have of our capacities and resources, and Venus is going to connect with Uranus in Taurus in attention. To discover that if life is presenting something to us, it is because we are ready to approach that too. So the conjunction with Pluto could involve a transformation in this sense that also has to do with letting go of wanting to adapt ourselves to what we think others are expecting. Many times they are not expecting anything. It is only our mind. So it is just about simply being what we came here to be and offer that too. So, this aspect could also involve like sudden endings in occasions, because that's how Aquarius operate, both in topics linked with resources and relationships, because the dynamics that were sustained were like away, far away from a genuine expression of love. And of course, a lot, for many people, confusing control with love. And control comes from a place where there is fear of abandonment, of rejection, and there are wounds of, lack of value, of unworthiness. Love is always free, because when we come back to that energy, we are actually connecting with the inner stability that can be expressed in relationships, and that is what lead us to do what it feels genuine in every situation. So this doesn't mean to ignore. In the energy of love, we don't need to chase or run, but in the wait a minute, sorry. This doesn't mean to ignore red flags or real motivations that are showing that other person it is not in capacity to relate with ourselves, respecting our core values. Because if we are allowing that, we are not respecting ourselves. So this is very important, and it not only applies for romantic relationships. In fact, Aquarius is a sign very associated to friendship. So this could involve taking distance from groups and people that, with whom it is not possible to create growth anymore. And if it's not a final, an ending, because not all contacts with Pluto, they mean an end, but a transformation. It is still an end in some way. But well, for all of us, this is making the invitation to let go of our attachments, wanting to control or force in the processes of others, but also the distortions of the false freedom, thinking that everyone has to accept what we are because that's how we are. I am saying this in relation with many times people could confuse authenticity with, saying opinions or telling things that aren't actually being born from a loving intention, and that it is also important. It is not the same authenticity than saying whatever thing we are thinking. And also, instead of putting energy in things that are really creating revolutionary changes in ourselves and in the external, and that can have a positive impact, it is about constantly seeking for the opposition to someone or something, like an expression of rebellion, in a childish way, that won't also contribute with ourselves. And this last thing I am mentioning because Venus is going to create an opposition with Mars in Leo, and Pluto is going to be involved too. So Venus in this passage is going to make a lot of contacts that are going to be interesting. Some of them are tensions, and some of them are like harmonic aspects, like the ones that it is already doing, because tomorrow it is going to create harmonic aspects with the karma nodes. This implies evolutionary opportunities. I mean, we are going to have the chance to make a choice between perpetuating an old pattern and doing something different in these days. So, well, sorry for my English today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.